Gino. Our guest today is Ray Hobbs, and Ray is president of Atlantis Hospitality Group. Ray, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, Diane. It's so good to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome. Tell me, Ray, tell me some of the expertise about some of your consultants that work at Atlantis.
Well, Atlantis Hospitality Group is exactly that. It's a group of industry professionals who have specific skills in the different disciplines that it takes to operate hotel facilities. And we have some that are sales oriented, we have some that are human resources oriented, we have one that is food and beverage oriented. Most of our consultants are in operations and focus on increasing sales and revenues and improving cost efficiencies. We also do development work for small hotel groups, someone that may be interested in getting into opening a hotel, not real sure how to go about doing it, don't know how to put their information together. We assist them with all of that.
Oh, okay, great. Tell me, what can Atlantis bring to the table that some other development company couldn't?
We are a small group of consultants, and we take a hands-on approach to what we do. And we get actively involved in, we're not so much a hand-holding type consulting operation, but we are actively involved in the plans and determining the actions that are needed, and then implementing those actions and then following through to see how the results are coming out. It's we can make adjustments then and then take it to the next level.
Okay, great. Why would somebody use Atlantis as opposed to some of the larger development companies or consulting companies that are out there?
That's a very good question, because a lot of the developers today will not get the personal attention that they get from Atlantis. We deal with our developers one-on-one, and we're not shuffling anybody off to the construction department or this department. We're actually working right there with them. We sit on the side of the table with the developer, or the hotel owner, the hotel general manager, whoever brings us in. We're there to help them answer the questions that they have and help them find the solutions.
Okay, good. So smaller is better in this case.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, a developer, when they're starting out, or a small hotel operator, the big guys charge lots of fees. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And cost efficiencies today are important. So the small first-time developer or small hotel operator is really concerned about, what's this going to cost me? And we can really provide cost-effective solutions.
Okay, speaking of that,
Yes.
as you know, the hospitality industry's taken a hit since 9/11, and then never really had the opportunity to recover.
This is true.
And then this market hit. So what can you, how can you help hotels grapple with that in this economy?
Well, the hotel industry is definitely feeling the impact of this economic downturn. Travel patterns are changing, corporate travel is off. There's so many factors going on, and hoteliers are finding themselves like scratching their heads wondering, where's the bottom? What's going to happen next? What do I need to do? Where's my sales effort at? All of these things. And what we help them do is focus on what's important. Let's look at your market. Let's look at your competition. I was at a meeting recently, and one of the speakers said, look, there's 5,000 rooms in my marketplace. And if the market's running 25%, okay, that means there's 1,250 rooms being sold. I only have 120. So I want mine out of that 1,250. The example there is that increase your market share, understanding the business that's available in the market and bringing them into your hotel. That's what it's about. Matching rate, value perception, product quality, and service levels. Bringing all that together is what the consumer's looking for.
Right, and I don't think the consumer really understands all that it entails to run a hotel. And Ray, I've known you for a couple of years now, and I have never met, I don't think, someone with the passion that you have for this industry. Tell me a little bit about your background. You seem to know every little detail.
Oh, you give me far too much credit, but thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. I have been in the business 42 years. I started out as a bellboy when I was 15 years old at a little Holiday Inn in Florence, South Carolina. That was 1967 for those who want to figure out how old I am.
You do the math.
Okay, somebody else can do that this morning. And over the years, what I've done is actively become involved in all of the different departments and the different disciplines that it takes to own and operate a hotel. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. And I do not claim to know everything, okay? There are a number of wonderful consultants out there who I have can reach out to assist me in addressing any solutions that are needed to issues that hotel owners and developers might have.
Right. Yeah.
So,
well, it takes a team. I mean, nobody can do it alone.
that
that's
is
for
true.
sure.
That is true.
But you have the knowledge to go out and get the right help that you need. And that's another thing that a lot of GMs don't seem to understand, is to get the right team around them to make up for their weaknesses.
Well, that's really a side effect of the cost efficiency crunch that's occurring right now, is that there's been compression in the staff. There's fewer people to do just as much. And the general manager is called on to take on other responsibilities, whether it's accounting, engineering, housekeeping. All of these things fall on the shoulders of the general manager, and the owner is expecting this performance. And sometimes that's just not possible. But what we like to do is work with the hotel owner and developer and the general manager and come up with solutions that work. And it may be personnel issues, it may be training issues, it may be product issues that are preventing the accomplishment of the task. So we help them get to the bottom of it and then develop a solution that will work for their hotel. Every hotel is different.
Right.
Everyone is different.
And depending on the location as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, you spoke just a minute ago about cost efficiencies, and you have actually personally developed 2 tools to help hotelers with that. Can you tell us about that?
Thank you. Yes, I have. There are the 2 largest costs in the operation of a hotel outside the mortgage payment and taxes and our payroll cost
Right.
and the cost of energy, utilities. What we've done is developed a program, and we use a labor analysis report that's done daily. We train our general managers to be proactive in the payroll process. They're actively involved in creating the schedules for their employees based upon the anticipated business levels that their hotel is going to experience. Then they monitor the hours worked versus the actual business on a daily basis. So too many hotels find themselves in a reactive state with payroll. Wow, last week's payroll seemed high, or hey John, why is your payroll cost so high this month? Well, at that point in time, the money's already gone. And that can be prevented. It can be adjusted and tightened up, and we set specific parameters for performance. You have this many minutes to clean a room. It takes this many minutes on the front desk, and we use a minimum staffing guideline to establish that. On the other side, we actually monitor our utility consumption. We have a lot of conservation efforts that we're using in our green program,
Right.
which is very effective in reducing the cost of utilities. And it's about reducing consumption and educating the guest, educating the employees. And where we can't change habits, we change the system so that we can save money by cutting down on electricity, cutting down on gas, cutting down on water usage. And all of these things mount up. And, over the course of the year, it can be thousands of dollars. And that goes straight to the bottom line. And you don't have to sell one more room to get it. That's the good thing about it.
Right. And speaking of your green program, now you actually go out and give a talk on a common sense approach to, or how to build or create or change your hotel over to a green hotel.
Well, actually, the program that I speak to is a common sense approach to becoming green in existing hotels.
Okay.
There's a lot of thought that it costs too much to be green. There's nothing I can do in my hotel to be green, and those are both myths. There are so many things that can be done. I go out and talk to sustainable tourism programs, green hotel programs, and anywhere there's an interest, whether it's a Chamber of Commerce, about how you can implement these processes in your facility. Now, it could be a hotel, it could be a assisted living facility. There are so many things that can be done. And that's the important thing, is knowing what each hotel, each facility can do, and then implementing those processes. So those two programs that we have, the labor analysis report and the green guidelines, both of those provide ownership with more control over their two largest cost items.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us today, Ray. And thank you, and tune in next time for our next Georgia Business Note.